Good morning and welcome to the 10 a.m. daily weather brief. Starting us off, we'll take a look at this morning's upper level wind profile, and we can see that we have a more west-northwesterly component near the surface, and we see a gradual shift to being out of the west-southwest towards the upper levels, with winds coming in much faster than yesterday's and consistently increasing with height throughout the column to an observed max of 71 knots at 25,000 feet today. And as for the freezing level, we did have that detected at 13,400 feet this morning. Now, pulling up our most recent surface analysis chart, we can see that there's a vertically stacked low pressure system over central Quebec, and this system is extending a cold front from eastern New England, down to the coastal Carolinas, and all while a strong Canadian high pressure area is building southward across the northern plains and through the upper Midwest. Now, this high pressure system will begin to move eastward through Wednesday and bring pleasant conditions to our area, where today we can expect to see a high around 80 degrees, low humidity, and overnight lows dropping into the low to mid 60s. Now, as that high pressure system continues building into our region through Wednesday and Thursday, we'll enjoy more pleasant weather with highs in the upper 70s, which are conditions more typical of September than late August. But nevertheless, this more so pleasant pattern is going to be supported by an upper level trough that remains in place and gets reinforced by a stronger trough that pivots through the New England area. And together, these features will help to deliver some more cool and dry air to our local area here on the shore. Now, looking ahead to the weekend, our surface high pressure gradually shifts towards the mid-Atlantic coast and then offshore from Thursday night into the weekend, and this is going to help maintain our dry weather through at least Friday, in which there are some very low-end rain chances, and generally we should see dry conditions as we move into Labor Day weekend. Now, taking a look at our 24-hour forecast here for today, we did have that morning level cloud cover that is slowly starting to thin out. We should see some lighter and less so coverage throughout the day and into the early evening before those clouds start building back in, and we see broken conditions making their way into the forecast, and then they thin out once again tomorrow morning. As for our highs today, climbing into the low 80s with lowered humidity, and our winds are light and even turning variable later this evening. And for tomorrow morning, there is a slight chance of a morning shower. Now, moving on to the short-term risk chart. For Wednesday, we can anticipate mostly sunny conditions through the day with a very slight chance of that morning shower, as mentioned before, and a high of 78. Wednesday night, mostly clear throughout the earlier portions of the night, and then clouds building in and a low of 63. And then Thursday, partly to mostly cloudy and a high of 78, with greens across the board for all of the associated risk categories. And that brings us to our 7-day forecast here, in which we'll see a nice 2 days ahead of us, or a nice day today and into tomorrow, with mostly sunny conditions tomorrow. Clouds build in Thursday and Friday with that low-end rain chance coming in on Friday. And then Saturday, things clear up a bit and then return with some cloud cover Sunday and Monday. Temperatures generally staying in the low 80s and upper 70s with some cool evenings throughout the week. And that is going to conclude the 7-day outlook. Hope everyone has a great day, and we'll be back tomorrow at 8:15 for the daily weather operations brief.